take a shot every time Ben says again.
Hello and welcome back to Andertons TV. I'm Digital John.
Digital John.
And I'm joined by
Ben.
Gentleman Ben.
And we are looking at these brand new, sort of brand new, they were announced at NAMM 25, the X&Y series Sire guitars. Obviously these are very modern and contemporary. That's kind of the vibe, the overarching vibe of this video. They're for the modern player, those guys and girls that like gent and progressive music,
Anything
I would say.
shreddy and too many notes.
Yeah, and obnoxious time signatures and all the stuff that doesn't make any money.
Yeah.
But we still love. So, you start with yours first, because this is going to be the most affordable, like, you know, guitar for the people, I'd say.
So the Headless thing, even at Andertons in general, sort of obviously we started with Strandberg, Hills, and now Sire have joined the party. X-Series?
Yes.
With their X-Series. So these are a really reasonable price point. The one that I've got here sits around sort of like the 549 mark. There'll be links in the description below anyway, so you can have a look through all the various colours and specs. So I've got this wonderful 6-string version in metallic green. Nothing British or racing about this, just metal. It's got a nice sparkle to it. I've got to say, this is, when I first sort of grabbed hold of this, I was thinking, you know, this is probably going to be about £800, £700 price point. The fact that it is sub that is unbelievable. The spec is phenomenal. You've got rolled fingerboard edges, and the first thing that when I was just fretting a note, I was like, these feel like stainless steel frets. And then looking at the price point for it, I was like, they are. And you're getting this on a guitar that's sub £600.
Yeah.
Is phenomenal.
There's nice little details of, like, I don't know whether it's mother of pearl or abalone on the inlays and stuff like that. Really cool.
But again, I think the one thing that Oz, I did it again. I said again.
You just said it like 4 times.
I'm glad I'm in your head.
Yeah, you are. He's rent free.
We take a shot every time Ben says again.
Yeah, it's a really premium feeling guitar. You've got a 16-degree fretboard radius, so it's pretty flat across the board. So great for if you're doing those extended chord voicings that I don't do, because I only play 0, 3, 5 or...
Love a cowboy chord.
Yeah, exactly. A cowboy chord for a non-cowboy player. But again, it's...
I didn't even hear it that time.
Absolute... Oh, no! Pickups are Sire own brand. They've done some more expensive models. They came out at NAMM 24, where they had some sort of higher end models, the Seymour Duncans in. But again, they've got great... I can't do this.
Rosewood fretboard on that.
Yeah, rosewood fingerboard on this. No substitute materials. We are back in rosewood.
Yeah!
Yeah, we are.
Maple neck as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, maple neck, rolled fingerboard edges as well. Bolt-on construction, so it's going to add a nice bit of snappiness to it. All Sire's own parts and construction to it. No sort of third-party or aftermarket upgrades to it. Got a 5-way selector as well, so you can get those nice glassy in-between sounds. But I think what people want to hear is really this just on full bore. So I'll give you some tones. I'm going through the Mark II Kraken and this wonderful Neo Creamback 2x12 orange. So you're going to start with the bridge pickup first. So there's a nice amount of top end to it as well.
Yeah.
Lots of attack. Get a nice squeal out of it, which is always a good sign. You know, you'll get all that all the time out of if you put like a Seymour Duncan in it, but you can
They sound medium to high-ish output.
Yeah, they're quite high output, to be fair. So you can get some nice pinches out of them. Position 2 for that spanky. I do like an in-between sound on high gain.
Yeah, position 2 and 4 are coming back in modern styles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got all the gent kids to thank for that. Middle position.
That sounds like it's doing single coil something or other. That doesn't sound like two humbuckers.
No, it doesn't. It's very honky.
I like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Sounds nice and you get a little treat out of it. Position 4. And then your buttery neck pickup for all that legato goodness.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It plays great. There's nothing that sticks out as that's too top-endy or anything like that. Again, we've just, out of the box, we haven't done any tweaking whatsoever to these. They play great. They really do. The setup's phenomenal. And we're talking, particularly for this model that I've got, sub £600. It's
A lot of guitar, yeah.
the Strandbergs are phenomenal guitars, but they've obviously got that really unique neck carve. So for those who don't get on with that real aggressive sort of profile on the back of a Strandberg, the Sires definitely might be worth a shot.
Yeah.
And they do offer them in 7-string versions as well. It's one, I think in the satin black, that looks phenomenal. Again, really premium instrument. Obviously, adding a 7th string costs you a little bit more, but it's worth it. Spec is exactly the same in terms of fretboard radius as well. It is just that added string for added girth. Let's hear what your one can do, John.
So, I've got the Y10, I believe. A very modern name for a modern guitar. Purple Sparkle, which is a great looking finish. It's a very heavy guitar. I mean, it's going to be heavier than that because there's a headstock as well.
Yeah.
But it feels like a quality weight. And this is kind of, in my head, a bit off-piste for Sire because this is 4 figures. This is 1219, I think. So this is the priciest Sire I can think of.
Yeah, other than the sort of the Y series they did with the Seymour Duncans in. I think that's more geared towards a metal player, obviously. Construction.
And you know, with
components.
modern music, you get modern bits of hardware like Fishman Fluence pickups, which are going to cost a bit more and add a bit of that to the guitar. But they're that modern sound, so you can't really go without them if you're building like a top shelf modern guitar. So in terms of specs, so the body is older, maple neck, and up top, Sire lock and tuners. Very good. They've stayed in tune great. I've only just given it a once over at the start of the video, really. Reverse headstock, obviously very cool. It's got a very modern, just like 2-piece kind of purple and black aesthetic. I really like that. All the hardware is black to match that with the fluences. We've got a ebony fretboard. So very bright and snappy and all the words that people use for fretboards nowadays.
Because tone wood makes a lot of difference.
Again, we've got like, oh, I said again, whee, brushing it off. On the guitar, we've got a 3-way selector switch, but the 2 pots have other functionality. As you can see, can lift them both up. So with Fishman Fluences, those of you that used these before will know you've got 2 voices. So currently, with it down, voice 1, pull it up for voice 2. I'll demo that super quick on the bridge pickup. I've got quite a lot of gain going on here, but should translate anyway. So, voice 1. Bit warmer.
Yeah, it basically takes it from the active to passive voicing, and even under that amount of gain in the room, it might not come through clear if you're listening on your iPhone whilst having a coffee and a croissant in the morning, but
Or
sake. Why was the tongue out? Adds a bit of roundness to the low end when you're using the second voicing.
Yeah, so that's just a different voice of character there. This one on the tone is a push-pull, so like, you know, split the humbuckers kind of thing. So currently on the bridge, that was split and this is back to normal. I think I'm just going to bring the gain back a tiny bit.
Yeah,
you'll be able to hear that kind of spankiness, hopefully. Humbucker. Yeah, it's a lot warmer, a bit less spiky. You'll probably hear that a bit better in the middle. So this is both humbuckers. Now split those. You hear the level drop as well.
Yeah,
so.
it's subtle. I don't think it cuts through quite as much on more of an active type of pickup, but then you wouldn't get that out of something like a standard EMG 8160.
No.
So they are probably the most versatile. I don't really want to corner them as metal pickups, but
high output lends
Yeah.
itself to different styles naturally. So neck pickup, humbucker. Let's go out of E minor. It's really not like fat, but in a good way. It doesn't. It's not like
it's not
flubby.
woolly.
No, so I could probably play stuff down here on there. But I'd never play chord distorted playing on a neck pickup. But it can translate that. So let's split that. It's really quite pleasing. When the thirds are in tune, it's like harmonically.
It's a really beefy sound.
Was doing something for me there. And that's on the single coil. So that's, you know, a very flyover tour of the guitar. Obviously, we've got a trem on this. This is a Goto, I want to call it a 510. Goto 510. I was right. I should trust myself more. It's a Goto 510, which does the tremolo thing. So it's got a good amount of dive bomb on it. I mean, I can't go up much. Maybe like little gargles.
Little gargle, little wobble.
But yeah, I mean, I would, to be honest, it would still be a great guitar without a trem. Like, I like the hardtail vibe on these modern guitars that are just about two humbuckers and just like aggressive stuff. But, you know, seeing this under the light and I was maybe able to get some close-ups of this, it is a very great, like, modern instrument in the fact that it's got a satin neck. There is a kind of join there between the gloss body and the satin neck, but, you know, once you get used to that, that's fine.
I think I'd rather have that than the gloss over the back of the neck as well.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes just like a sticky gloss neck because I'm weird, but...
John likes it sticky. That's great. But I think we should have a look for those who necessarily don't want to spend over £1,000 but want something a bit modern.
Yes.
We've got the Y5, so I might have a little plug into that. So this one is the Sire Y5 as opposed to the...
Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi, yeah. We're going to call this the Wi-Fi guitar.
That modern.
And it's just a bit of a scaled down version, more affordable version of John's there. So we haven't got sort of the aftermarket pickups in the Fishman. These are just Sire's own Larry Colton high output modern humbuckers, no locking tuners and a bolt on construction. So it's going to be a little snappier again.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say. Neck through?
Yeah.
Not set neck, so neck through. Sorry, I should do that with more confidence.
Yeah.
So you do have that benefit on this one as well, as Ben said.
You can see the differences. No trem on this particular version as well, so it is a hip shot style hardtail there. String through
I
body.
think that really works. I like the fact, and no dirt on Fishman, but I like the fact that those pickups, I think they work better aesthetically.
Yeah,
which is such
do.
a shallow thing to say, but like, I think they work.
I think that guitar looks better in general than the other one. I prefer the Y5.
The Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
It looks really sleek, and the binding at the top, like
Yeah, the binding's done really well. It's smooth. It's again rounded fingerboard edges and stainless steel frets. And this particular version, I believe, is $499. It will be in the links below. But we're talking
great money.
Let's call it a £500 guitar. Stainless steel frets, rolled fingerboard edges,
Can't
hip
get
shot
much.
style bridge. This one's got a 5-way selector, so we'll run through a few tones on this.
it's also a cool offset body shape. I really like that.
Yeah.
You've got a slight violin carve to the top as well.
Yeah.
So I don't.
You can see it really clearly.
Yeah, you can see it clearly. That's
Yeah.
good. So neck pickup. Position 4, so spankier tones. That sounds much more
I love that
like
sound.
actual like two humbuckers. That's the
the
real
bridge.
a nice barky bridge. It's really honky, that though. Let's whack a little bit more onto that second channel there. A bit more beans behind it. Smooth. Nice. It's great. £500. If you needed just a good workhorse guitar.
I can't think of any guitars at that kind of price point in the modern guitar world that can compete with that very well. I mean, they're quite compromised, you know, the budget versions of most high-end guitars.
Yeah, I think what you get a lot of the time in guitars in that price point, they might put things like slightly better pickups in them, but the general construction of the guitar isn't anywhere near as good, whereas at least on this,
they feel so
you've got
premium.
pickups that sound great, rolled fingerboard edges, stainless steel fingerboard. It just feels solid. It feels like you could take this out, throw it around quite a lot, and if you wanted to chuck some aftermarket pickups in down the line, realistically, you're still going to be talking sub £800, depending on what you put in. You're getting an awful lot of guitar.
So, multiple modern Sire guitars. I'm sure you'll have a favourite. Go and try them out at Andertons in-store, or check out the Andertons website. All the links will be in the description. Old habits die hard. If you want to win a clone, oh wait, we've already hit 1 million subscribers.
Yeah,
sorry.
nice one for you.
But thanks for watching. I've been John.
I've been Ben.
See you in the next one.